Hi, I'm back. So it has been a little while since my last vlog. A ton has happened. I started my February piece only 2 weeks late. Not my proudest timing, but once I got started, something clicked. I made a couple of changes that honestly changed everything. First, I started painting standing up, which sounds small, but it turned my painting sessions from small bursts to marathons. I was able to paint for so much longer standing up. It didn't put as much strain on my neck and just made me feel so much better on a long session. The second big change I made this month is I switched from walnut oil as my oil solvent to Gamblin solvent-free fluid. This actually sped up the drying time of my oil paints significantly. And instead of having to wait weeks for my piece to become tack dry so that I could come back in with glazes, I was only having to wait a couple days. So this significantly increased how quickly I could get a painting finished. Unfortunately, then February's week 2 happened. I dislocated my knee while shoveling snow. We got 2 feet of snow, and I misjudged how much snow was on the step while stepping down, and out my knee went. Apparently, winter wanted to prove not only that it is cold and miserable, but also that it is evil incarnate. So, for a bit, walking was optional and painting standing up was impossible. But thankfully, there are no breaks or chips. It is just a very angry knee that needs plenty of time to heal. So, since standing at the easel was not happening, I took a picture of the painting and finished it digitally. And honestly, this was the best decision I have ever made. It let me experiment with color. I got to flip the image, spot mistakes, all before committing to the final oil layers. It became less of a setback and more of a secret weapon. I was able to make my end of the month deadline, and I'm excited to finish the oil version when I get some extra time in my schedule, using my digital final image as a reference for color later on. March brought something a little stranger: the jelly shroom. Half jellyfish, half mushroom, merged into a magical, fantastical creature. This piece is a hybrid in more ways than one. The background and fish are painted in SoFlat matte acrylic paint, while the jellyfish itself is painted in oils. So it has this natural spot gloss effect that catches the light in a really interesting way, because the oil paint is shiny and the background is flat. I absolutely adore this effect, but it isn't my intention for this piece. So we're going to destroy it, but gently, because I'm planning to bring this schminky oil bronze, basically paintable foil, and I am so excited about this. I'm going to outline the jellyfish in gold, add shiny tendrils, and just really make that foil pop against that matte background. In the past, I had to add the foil after the painting was finished, and it felt like I was trying to predict the future. It was very hard to decide where to put the foil when I didn't actually know what I was going to do with the foreground yet. Now, though, I can add the foil after the painting is finished, which feels dangerously powerful. So here is the jelly shroom so far. This is still a work in progress, but I plan on matte varnishing the entire thing and then adding the gold foil after the varnish so that the gold stays shiny and doesn't get dulled by the varnish, and we have that super high contrast. But here is that spot gloss effect that I was talking about before. Oh, you can really see it from that angle. And I'm definitely going to probably take advantage of this in the future because I do really like that contrast in finish. I think it looks so interesting. I've spent over 20 years building up my realism. Unfortunately, AI looks very similar to the style that I've established over 2 decades. I don't want to lose my realism, but at the same time, I want to develop something that is unmistakably mine because I'm getting tired of getting accused of making AI art just because my art is digital painting that is realistic and polished. So I'm trying to find a blend between flat, stylistic elements mixed with my realistic, highly rendered style. I'm exploring the middle ground between stylization and realism. And for the first time in a long time, I am having so much fun. I'm excited to experiment again, to make mistakes, trying weird things, breaking my own rules, and it feels really good and really refreshing. So I'm thankful for AI because I don't think I would be experimenting the way I am right now without it. And I really love that it's pushed me in a whole new direction that I wouldn't have gone otherwise. And it's also pushed me to do more traditional painting, which is something I love. And it feels like coming back to my roots and where I started in this art journey. Now on to our saga. My tarot card deck ascension. So about 6 months ago, I fully formatted one of my cards and submitted it to the manufacturer. I did this because I wanted to make sure that I was formatting it correctly before I moved on to the rest of the 77 cards, and they had given me the green light. They said it was formatted correctly, looked perfect, and I was ready to go. So I spent the last few months formatting all the cards. This took me a long time because I don't know how to vector. So it was a skill that I was learning. I was also unfamiliar with the program in general, and it was very time consuming because I had to find time between my regular projects to fit it in and work on it. And that just wasn't easy to do. But I finally got them all finished and submitted them to the manufacturer and got a reply just recently. Apparently, they are all formatted incorrectly. They did not let me know that the file type was incorrect or that the bleeds were off, and a whole bunch of other small details when I submitted that first card. So I need to do them all over. Now, the hard work of vectoring them is finished, so I should be able to get this next round of revisions done a lot faster than the last round, but it's still a pretty big task that I need to complete before I get that hard proof. So I'm hoping that at the end of March, I'll have a week or so to be able to put aside to do it, since the jelly shroom took less time than a larger piece would have. So it'll give me some allowance there to work on it. So fingers crossed, I'll be able to update you guys in the next vlog on how that's going, and it will be a lot closer to completion. Now on to some personal news. I am excited to announce that my bathroom remodel is finished. And it's finally time to do the big reveal. Here is my bathroom before. And I'm going to be honest, I was very embarrassed of my bathroom before, and I would never have shown pictures of it to anybody. But now that it's new and fresh and redone. I don't mind showing these very embarrassing photos of what I was living with. Now let's show you how it is now. I am super in love with my bathroom. I designed all of the elements for the bathroom and picked out all the pieces. It felt like I was art directing the bathroom in a way, and it was super fun and fulfilling. And I'm actually very excited that I'll be able to fix up a bunch of the other rooms in this house since this house is very old and ugly. So I'm excited because now it gives me the excuse to design more rooms. Something I never thought I would be passionate about doing is interior design, but here we are. Unfortunately, my Nook lighting started to malfunction 2 weeks after they completed the project. So it took about a month to get them in to fix that. So that is why I did not update you about the bathroom remodel when it was finished. I had to get them to come fix it because I wanted to take a nice video of how it was supposed to look and not with a blinking, half-working Nook light. Unacceptable. So, a quick knee update. The knee is improving, but very slowly. I'm not using crutches anymore, but I do wear a knee brace when I walk around for any length of time. I'm trying to find that balance between movement and not making it too angry. Unfortunately, I'm feeling very stir crazy and really struggling with not being able to get around very easily. We're getting there, slow and steady, and we've been going to the pool where it's a little easier for me to exercise the knee without the weight of my body. So that has really been helping. So I hope that in a couple months, I'll be back to normal. Fingers crossed. I guess that's pretty much it. I apologize for not putting these out weekly like I had intended. This month has been crazy chaotic, but such is life. Now I'm going to try once every 2 weeks. I think that that is the longest period of time I want between these videos. So let's give that a shot, at least until my knee recovers. The knee has slowed down my progress for almost all my work. It's just very hard to set up and dismantle and sit in one position for a long period of time. So I will do my best with that. No promises, but I think 2 weeks is completely doable. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate you all so much. A special thank you to my patrons who made painting throughout this winter possible. I couldn't do this without you. You are all amazing. I can't wait to get the jelly shroom finished and sent out to all of you on the loot bag tier. I plan on doing this next small art print with gold foil on the print itself as well to reflect the original as closely as possible. So it's going to be a bling shiny print, and I think you guys will all love it. I will also be including a die cut sticker. I haven't decided if I want to do holographic or regular. It's a pretty colorful piece, so we might go with holographic. We'll see. I haven't decided 100%, but thank you all for being here. You're amazing, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.